Well, my book, Charlie Parker Played Bebop, initially was supposed to be a sort of a straightforward book about a man named Charlie Parker who lived a life, died young, was a great genius of American music. But as I contemplated this as a children's book, I realized if this was to reach a young audience, as I hoped it would, I decided really all I needed was to teach two things. Charlie Parker played bebop. Charlie Parker played saxophone. My next subset of teaching was to be, well, what is bebop? And to make it clear that bebop is what it is already in the sound of it. So that after bebop arrived in that book, I realized all of the text could be pointing to that fact that bebop is already what the sound is. And bebop was initially almost a derogatory term for the kind of new music because it sounded like that. So what I chose to write and create were rhythmic lines that had a certain rhythm that almost always came out the same way. One of those being, "Never leave your cat alone." Seemed to me to almost always flow out that way, and it fit with the rhythms that were in my head from bebop songs, one of them being "A Night in Tunisia." And so which was not written by Charlie Parker, but by his great close friend and associate Dizzy Gillespie. So I let everything try to explain what bebop was by creating lines that made no sense other than the sounds themselves. And then the images had to flow quickly and freely. So it was a fast flowing line, and nothing was to hang up the reader too much from turning the pages. I wanted the pages to turn quickly so it could go with the quickness of bebop music itself. As I worked on it, I realized jazz is it's very child-friendly because it's full of experimentation, lots of humor, lots of repetition, and it's what creative people do, whether they're 4-year-old creative peoples or 40 or 84-year-old creative people. They experiment, they repeat, they turn things on their heads, they try it backwards and forwards until something is pleasing to them.